Itel is known for making super affordable phones, and I haven't been able to recommend their phones to people, especially if I consider software, performance and other features over a long period of time. There are people out there that can't spend much on a phone. They just want something good, something that can browse the net and handle performance efficiently, and that's where most Itel phones come under. Now we have the Itel S23 Plus, the first time they have raised the bar and pushed themselves so high. I was hyped when I heard the specs and features that the Itel S23 Plus was going to come with. This phone has a curved AMOLED display with an under-display fingerprint scanner. It has 256 gigs of storage space and 8 gig RAM. The phone comes with a 32 megapixel selfie camera, which is one of its major selling points, and a 50 megapixel main camera at the back. These are features that we've never seen before on an Itel phone, and before getting this phone, my expectations were high. But after using it as my daily driver for some time, I've realized some things that I'm going to share with you, some of which are not so good. You are not getting a charger in the box when you buy the Itel S23 Plus, which is something I don't expect from an Itel phone. You get a USB-C earpiece in the box, which was something I was excited about until I tested it on my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and it didn't work. The sound quality of the USB-C earpiece is also not impressive even when you use it on the Itel S23 Plus. Giving us a charging brick inside the box of the Itel S23 Plus would have been better than the earpiece it came with, but I would like to know your thoughts in the comments. A charging brick or an earpiece, which would you prefer to come in the box when you buy a brand new phone? You also get a plastic protective case in the box, a USB-C cable and a SIM ejector tool. The box of the phone is also unique and different, and it looks like something that I'll definitely be keeping with me. The phone costs 148,000 naira at the time of making this video, and within that price category you can go for the Infinix Hot 30 or the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. If you want something different that is powered by a Snapdragon processor, you can decide to buy the Redmi Note 12 and spend a little bit more. It is a competitive price point, and you might find some devices that perform better than the Itel S23 Plus, but there are some features that are present on the Itel S23 Plus that you won't find on most of the phones that it's competing with. By the way, if you want the Itel S23 Plus to be compared with any of the phones that I mentioned, comment below and subscribe to the channel. One of the things I'm impressed with on the Itel S23 Plus is the AMOLED display. It is big at 6.78 inches and it has a full HD plus resolution. Colors on the display are vivid and the screen size makes consuming content or playing games on the phone enjoyable. Yes, it is curved on the edges, but it is not aggressively curved like other phones with that type of display. There are people out there who don't like curved displays because of the accidental touches, but I don't see a lot of people hating on the curved display of the Itel S23 Plus because those accidental touches are not there. This is because the bezels around the display have taken away the curved edges. I know I'm nitpicking and a lot of people might not even notice that, but it's there and I have to tell you. Again, it has only 60 Hz refresh rate, and if we can't complain about a particular $800 phone having only 60 Hz, then I don't see the reason why we should complain about the 60 Hz on the display of the Itel S23 Plus. At the same time, some phones within its price range offer 90 Hz or 120 Hz refresh rates. In the display setting, there is ultra touch and you can set it to fast to make it feel like the refresh rate is higher, but I didn't really notice a difference between this fast and slow in the ultra touch settings. The display is visible outdoors since it's AMOLED, but you might struggle to see the display on a very sunny day. The display is good and it's one of the best features of the Itel S23 Plus. Hopefully, we are going to see Itel continue to go in this direction when it comes to their smartphone displays. There is an optical under-display fingerprint scanner on the phone and it's really fast while unlocking the phone. You just have to tap and hold it for like a second and the phone is going to unlock. It is the first ever Itel device with an under-display fingerprint scanner, and even though it might be inconvenient sometimes because of the placement, it does the job it is required to do. It unlocks the phone 9 times out of 10. If you look closely, then you'll see that the design of the Tecno Spark 10 Pro is not new. Place it side by side with the Tecno Spark 10 Pro or iPhone 14 Pro Max, then you are going to see that it wasn't cut from a different cloth. It has a matte plastic finish at the back, and the color I have here show off fingerprint stains quickly. There is a blue color option out there and it looks better than this. I looked for it but I couldn't find it. There is no headphone port at the bottom of the phone and I don't know how to feel about this. Normally when smartphone brands take away the headphone port, it's either to give you more battery life or better performance. I think Itel traded the headphone port for an under-display fingerprint scanner, which in my opinion isn't worth it. A side-mounted fingerprint scanner would have just been fine. There are 2 cameras at the back with a flashlight beside it, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. Itel wrote super at the back of the phone, and you can only find the Itel branding at the top end of the phone. There is a reasonably decent loudspeaker at the bottom of the phone, and you also find the SIM card tray at the bottom. The second speaker for calls is at the top of the display. There is a feature called so-called dynamic bar that mimics the dynamic island on iPhones, but at the time of making this video, the feature was yet to be available. There will surely be a software update that is going to make this feature available in the near future, just like we had with the Tecno Camon 20 Pro. While I was editing this video, Itel sent over an update that lets you enable the dynamic bar. If you're currently using the phone, then you need to update it and you're going to have the dynamic bar feature active on your Itel S23 Plus. If you want to buy the phone, then you need to make sure you update it so that the dynamic bar feature is going to be available for you. To activate the dynamic bar, head over to settings, then you're going to scroll down to special functions and you're going to see dynamic bar. Tap on it and toggle it on. That's it. Now let's get back to the video. The software is one of the best things about the Itel S23 Plus. It runs on Android 13 and Itel OS 13 is the user interface. If you have used an Itel phone in the past and you get to experience the software of the Itel S23 Plus, then you are going to know that there is a significant difference and improvement. Since I started using the phone, there haven't been any ad pop-ups. The extra apps are there, but they are not as intrusive as they used to be. So far, the software have been stable. There haven't been any bugs that will cause the phone to glitch or maybe slow down. There are many customizations and settings that you can play with, and it's typical of any Android phone. I can make a separate video talking about all the features of this phone when this video hits 250 likes. It comes with 8 gigs RAM by default, and using memory fusion, you can expand the RAM to 16 gigs with some storage space on the phone. You get 256 gigs of storage space, which is commendable, but on the other hand, the phone doesn't have an SD card slot. But I don't think it should be a problem since there's already abundance of storage space on the phone. The experience with the software has been great so far and it's a step in the right direction from Itel. Hopefully, they are going to keep fine-tuning it and tuning down the number of apps that it comes with in future. When I unboxed the phone, I was hoping the performance would be exceptional. That was the aspect that would make me recommend this phone to people easily. After setting it up, I realized it wasn't as fast as I wanted. It's not bad, but the problem is it won't catch up to some of the devices within its price category. It is powered by the Unisoc T616, which on paper is on par with the MediaTek Helio G88 or MediaTek Helio G85. In terms of gaming, I played Call of Duty Mobile and it was quite okay. I also played Altos Odyssey and Dream League Soccer and they all performed quite well. One thing that I have been impressed with while using the phone is how it handles apps that are running in the background. It retains them most of the time, and I think this is due to the large RAM that it comes with. The performance might not be how I want it, but I think it's still decent for most people, especially those that don't really demand much from their phones. There are 2 cameras at the back of the phone, but the 50 megapixel main camera is the most impressive camera. There is also a 32 megapixel selfie camera that does a good job with good lighting condition. You can get good pictures from the main camera at the back of the phone, but you need to position and frame your subject in the right way. You also need to make sure that your hands are not shaking while you are trying to snap or record videos with the phone. Quick tip: don't back the sun while you are trying to snap with the Itel S23 Plus. It doesn't handle HDR quite well. I snapped a ton of pictures with the phone and here are some more. Let me know what you think about the camera on the Itel S23 Plus. It comes with a 5000 mAh battery that can last an entire day or even more depending on how you use the phone. It doesn't come with a charger in the box like I stated earlier, but it supports 18W fast charging. It takes around 2 hours to charge the phone from 0 to 100 with an 18W fast charger. Overall, the battery life is exceptional and I only wish the charging speed was faster. The Itel S23 Plus is a step in the right direction for Itel. If you want plenty storage, good display, decent camera and an awesome software experience, then I can easily recommend it to you. It falls under a competitive price segment and it might not be the best overall in that price category. Feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments of this video, and as always, I'm going to catch you in the next video.